y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I am Jay. This is Jay's Life Out Loud, a channel about nothing, but it's about something. On my way to work, and I wanted to do this video for the men. Not saying everybody can't watch. Women, you can watch, but this is a video for the men. Lately, I've been hearing a lot of conversation about, social media put it out there. And look, all these sensitive men, these da-da-da. We talking about black men. Black men, I'm not going to feel guilty about saying this. I'm not about to feel guilty because I'm not adding in black women. We're just talking about black men for right now. Black men in America go through so much on a daily basis. We are not expected to cry. We are not expected to go through depression. We are not expected to have bad days. We're not expected to feel like the world is on our shoulder. We are not expected to feel like we need help too. All of these things. So it's a lot of men that's walking around here holding this burden that won't say nothing. They walking around every day with too much on their shoulder, too much on their mind, too many thoughts that's held inside. And I want to tell every black man out there, you're doing the best you can, but you have to take time for yourself. That's not a selfish thing. That's not a selfish thing for anybody to do. It's to take time for yourself. And some of y'all might be, when I say this, say pause or whatever. But go get your feet done. Let somebody rub on your feet and cut your toenails, and you'll be surprised on how much better it feels to have somebody pamper you and relax. We know that the barbershop is usually a safe place for black men to get their problems off, or, talk about an issue and then get some feedback so they know if they right or wrong, or if they had it, or just to vent. And a lot of times that is what the barbershop is for. But some of us don't go to the barbershop. So what do? I'd say, honestly, seek counseling. I've done it before. I did it after my first marriage. I wanted to talk to somebody because I'm dating, and I felt like the women that I was coming across while I was dating, something was either off with them or was off with me. So I wanted to talk to somebody to make sure it wasn't me. But I will say this to my brothers: go talk to somebody. Sit down, vent, get it out. Because the best thing is to be able to talk to somebody. If it's not your pastor, but somebody that doesn't have anything vested in the situation, and then that way they can give you an unbiased opinion of what's going on. If you talk to somebody, a lot of times we can talk to friends, and friends only see our side. Or if they sometimes people can be real friends. They say real friends will tell you the truth. Sometimes real friends don't want to hurt your feelings, because they know if I tell him this, we gonna fall out, because I know how he is. Or if I say this, I don't know how to say it without being, offensive or coming off disrespectful. So they might not say nothing. But I tell you this though, black men, we have to find an outlet to get it out. You may want to go to the gym, get a good workout. monthly massage. You know, find you a place where you can get a massage, $50 or whatever it may be for an hour. But you gotta let it out somehow, some way. You can't hold all that in. When I was growing up, one thing I noticed about when I was growing up is that in almost 99% of the time, the man in a marriage would die before the woman. And I noticed this when I was in my first marriage. That's when it really hit me. So I said, you know, well, I started paying attention to what my ex-wife was eating. You know, I'm like, okay, women eat more salads than men on average. They'll get a Greek salad or whatever. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna start eating salads and, you know, doing this. Not like I never ate a salad or nothing, but it was just like trying to see the longevity between a woman and a man. What was the difference? I know one of the main differences was growing up. You know, I was born in 75, so the main difference when I was growing up is that a man would take care of the household, like as far as bills and everything. He would go to work and pay all the bills, or he would give his wife a certain amount of money, or if not his check, and for the bills to be paid. So nowadays we come into an era where everything is so expensive, and unless you making over 100,000, 150,000, it's hard for one person to pay bills. So now it's a 50-50 or however you do it. But there are men that's still out there carrying the most of the burden. But I said that to say that about the old days. In the old days, you had a man that was basically killing himself for his family. The children never saw this man, except maybe on a weekend, on a Saturday, whatever. And the most time he was either asleep or watching the game. Or he was using his day off to go, you know, hang out, go meet up with some friends or whatever the case may be. So a lot of times, that black man, you may have known your father, but you didn't know your father. Your father could be right in the house with you every night, but you didn't know him because he was always working. And then I think in this generation, we don't have to be like that. You know, it has to be a way. First of all, when a lot of us end up living above our means, thinking we live in this American dream of 3 foreign cars outside, the white picket fence, a big old house, and a lot of this, honestly, we cannot afford. We living above our means, paycheck to paycheck, to keep up with the Joneses or keep up this perception that you think people have of you that's not worth it. You know, you spending, you know, you tally up your bills, and if you paying out $7,000 a month, you paying out $7,000 for somebody else's perspective on your life. $7,000 for people to see you a certain light. Stressing yourself out. $200-something cable bill. No money at the end of the week, but you ain't willing to sacrifice and say, look, I stream movies on my phone. I do this, I do that. That's a whole nother subject, but yeah, just black man. Also, do fellas trips. Go out with your fellas. You know, self-control, don't get me wrong, self-control. But learn how to get out and about. Go to the show by yourself. Go grab something to eat by yourself. Do these things where you can get time to yourself and get your mind right. I once heard a coworker tell me, what do you need to go somewhere without your wife for? And I thought it sounded foolish, because we all need me time. You know, people, you may have a person say, me time. if you don't make that time for yourself, if you don't pour into yourself, who is going to pour into you? If you pouring into everybody else in the household and outside the household, who going to pour into you? If everybody calls you for something, or everybody needs you in a certain way, you play a certain role in everybody's life, and you're pouring into them and whatever that role is, but you're not taking time for yourself. If you ain't refilling, how you giving everybody a little bit? If you don't refill the cup and you pouring off into everybody else's cup, after a while, you're going to start feeling empty. We also have to go to the doctors, don't get me wrong, and get that checkup and get those things that we don't want to get. But black men, I swear, people don't know how to drive nowadays. Black men, take care of yourself. We out here, you know, everywhere we go, we are looked at as a threat. You know, you go to the mall, you looked at as a threat. You go here, you looked at as a threat. People say, oh, you need to smile. Everybody else ain't walking around smiling. Soon as you are seen, soon as a black man is seen, he is considered a threat. I see it everywhere. You deal with it at work, with these little microaggressions. You know, you deal with it when you drive and you wearing, you know, you drive by. Your license can be straight, got insurance, everything. You driving by the police, and your mind, you're like, Lord, don't let them mess with me. Just go on about your business, this and that. But you always know that they watching. A lot of times that can build up. I can tell, I know that black women go through things, but as a black man, I'm not a black woman, so I can't feel those emotions. I can sympathize, but as a black man, what I go through on a daily basis, you know, I put a status on Facebook the other day. Being black is a full-time job. And sometimes, you know, a lot of times, I get fed up. You know, that's why I talk so much about moving to Africa. Some people, it don't bother them. They think some people are used to it. My coworker was telling me the other day about an Uber driver that he had, and the Uber driver was like, yeah, I had to take this one lady on this side of town, and the lady was telling him, like, all he heard was gunshots. He was like, the lady was telling him, oh, that's the norm over here. Some people have become numb to it, and they think these certain things that white people are doing to us is normal. They think that certain racism is normal. Oh, you know, that's just it. It's just the nature of the beast. No, it's not normal. Take time for yourself, black men. Take care of yourself. I love you, each and every brother that is listening to the sound of my voice. I love you, man. Just keep going. Don't give up. If you're in a situation now, things are gonna get better. You know, and as black men, we have to make the best choices possible. You know, because for every action there is a reaction. Y'all stay blessed. Love y'all.